That's a pretty short trailer.
Yeah.
Are we sure that wasn't
It says official teaser.
does
So
it have what's the date?
yeah, when was this released? Did we get the wrong trailer again? Because it wouldn't be the first time.
That was
So
from a month ago.
oh, is it?
Yeah. Redo.
Oh, son of a bitch. Hey everybody, welcome back to Off the Wall. My name's Mike.
And I'm Sun.
And we're finally taking a look at the first full official trailer for Blonde, the Marilyn Monroe biopic, kind of, starring Ana de Armas, who I love, but it's raising some casting questions. Let's take a look at this thing. Let's see what we got going on.
Miss Monroe, it's time.
A kiss on the hand,
How'd you get your start?
Is it Billy Zane?
baby.
What start?
In movies.
Why
It's
Or not Billy Zane.
but diamonds
Bobby Cannavale.
Bobby Cannavale. Yeah. They just like Cubans, don't they? For this movie.
They do.
I know you're supposed to get used to it,
She looks like a skinny Marilyn.
Yeah.
She looks like her.
but I just can't.
It's like if they photoshopped Marilyn.
I've played
Hmm.
Marilyn Monroe.
Like
Marilyn
right there. Look at she looks just like Marilyn.
Yeah. Just skinny.
I can't face doing another scene with Marilyn Monroe.
What?
Marilyn doesn't exist.
Oh.
When I come out of my dressing room, I'm Norma Jean. I'm still her when the camera's rolling.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Marilyn Monroe only exists on the screen.
Oh wow.
Huh. So this is going a lot deeper
Mhm.
than I was expecting. So prior to us doing this reaction, we watched the teaser that came out like a month ago. And I noticed this trailer picks up right where the teaser ended. Because
Yeah.
the teaser ends with her Marilyn showing up and she smiles and giggles for the mirror, and then it cuts. This one picks up right where that one ends, which is really neat, actually.
Yeah.
It's very clever, good marketing. This is going to be a lot more psychological than I was anticipating.
Yeah.
And I like the back and forth between black and white and full color. What did you think of this?
So I'm gonna be honest. Going into this, I was a little trepidatious for two main reasons. One, like Ana de Armas, beautiful woman, but she's not as curvy as Marilyn Monroe. And the other is the accent, like fellow Cuban. I love her, but she does have that Cuban Spanish accent. So going in, I was just like, okay, let's see how this is. I'm a lot more cautiously optimistic after watching the trailer.
Yeah.
Because the acting looks phenomenal. And she looks like Marilyn. She looks like Marilyn Monroe. The hair, the makeup, the mannerisms, like she's full on being Marilyn. And then guess we're gonna see a little bit more into Norma Jean, who she actually is behind the camera, and kind of all the like bullshit that she had to go through, like behind the scenes. So it's gonna be a very interesting documentary, or not documentary, but like biopic.
Yeah.
And so I'm a lot more cautiously optimistic because I think like I wasn't really paying attention to her figure because she looked like Marilyn. So I wasn't like, oh, she's skinny and this is going to take me out of the movie. And her accent, that's the only thing that like might take me out of the movie, but like the acting looks so good that I don't think it's going to. So I'm a little bit more optimistic coming out of this trailer than I was starting the trailer, because it looks really good and the cinematography looks really good and the acting looks really good. So I'm happy I saw the trailer because I feel a little bit better about the movie now.
I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Like, yeah, I came into this with kind of that mentality of like, okay, show me what you got.
Right.
So again, I love Ana de Armas ever since Blade Runner 2049, Knives Out, her brief role in No Time to Die. I think she is going to be a megastar in her career, without a doubt. She is incredibly talented. You do get into some awkward conversations when you talk about race swapping characters, particularly people who actually existed. You know, it came up with Argo when we had Ben Affleck playing, I kind of not remember the name of the character in the movie, who in real life was Hispanic. It came up with something in Patch Adams. I remember there was a couple different instances of that. So it does create that kind of awkward conversation, and then it really just gets into, okay, but how's the performance? Ana de Armas is a tour de force actress, so I have no doubt we're going to get an absolutely stellar performance out of her, particularly after seeing what I saw in this trailer. This is sides of her I haven't really gotten to see in the movie she's done so far. And I don't know as much about Marilyn Monroe's story just personally. It's just not one I've ever. So I know there was a lot of behind the scenes chaos with her life. Chaos, I think, is kind of the only word that really works there, but I don't know the intricate details of it. And I feel like this is going to be a bit dramatized for some of that. I think it's going to be taken to kind of the nth degree as almost like an artistic choice, which I'm cool with. But it will be interesting to see kind of more of what that story is. The cinematography is to die for in this. And like you said, aside from, and with the figure thing, I get it. I also look at it like with Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. You know, Gal Gadot was, she's toned, but she's
Wonder Woman's not a real person though.
And I was getting to that. It was just, that was kind of everyone's first reaction with her, but then she killed it as Wonder Woman, but also Wonder Woman's not real.
Yeah.
So it's that whole, like, how do you handle this when you're dealing with someone who's a real person? This is a movie about someone who existed. How accurate should they be required to be?
Yeah.
Without also, but where do you draw the line between the physicality of the person you're portraying and how well you can portray them?
And we've seen too a lot of times, like, the physicality of people do not look like the actual person they're portraying at all, but they get the what is the essence of that person.
Yeah.
Like one of the thinking about like Lion with Dev Patel, who he's playing, he does not look like the person he's portraying, but he has the essence of that person. And that's really more the mainstay of most biopics is, can you have the essence of that person? But Marilyn Monroe is such a big figure, and she was a sex symbol. She was, as everyone like talks about, oh, she was a size 14, but size 14 back then was like a 6, 8, 10, which the reason I say those three numbers is because women's sizing is fucked. Like, you can go into one store and be one size and go to another store and be a completely different size.
Yeah. Clothing industry, just in general, like especially for women, but just in general, can y'all get your shit together, please?
Right, exactly.
Especially for the bigger sizes, it is so hard for me to buy pants, and I'm a little over that. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
But so she wasn't by any means like a large woman, but she wasn't skinny either. She was a curvy woman. She was a normal sized woman, which was something that I think now in the industry, like in both modeling and in movies, she would be considered fat. She would be considered plus size now, which kind of is weird to like see because she is not at all fat. She is not at all plus size.
No.
But she's just a normal sized woman, like size 6 to size 10, like woman. So kind of that was one of the things about like, oh, Ana de Armas is a very skinny woman playing this role, but she looks so much like her, like that. I feel a little bit better about it after seeing the trailer than going into the trailer.
And in just looking at some stuff online on the Wikipedia here, it says that they had her working with a dialect coach for a year prior to shooting. So maybe seeing the actual film and seeing how she does with longer chunks of dialogue will completely change. Because a lot of everything she was saying in here was short sentences whispered.
And I could hear the Cuban accent. I'm also Cuban, so
yeah.
like I could be like, oh, there's my people.
It was definitely there, but it was not as thick as it has been in the past.
Yeah.
Particularly looking at like No Time to Die, like her accent's it's very prominent. Blade Runner 2049, Knives Out. But it did sound like I could definitely hear Marilyn.
Yeah.
It was almost like if Marilyn was Cuban, she's got it. She's nailed it. If Marilyn was Cuban, Ana has nailed it. And that's the best way I can describe what her voice was like in this trailer. That all being said, I really want to see this movie.
Yeah, I do too.
10 minutes ago, I couldn't give a crap about this movie other than just like, what are you guys doing? Did somebody leave you alone with the camera again? Really? Now I'm like, no, I really want to see this actually.
Yeah. It looks really, really good. She looks good in it. And so I'm glad to be pleasantly surprised from a trailer about a movie that I was being very trepidatious about when I heard about it.
When it comes to movies, nobody's more excited to be proven wrong than me. Seriously. And something we commented about when we were watching the teaser, and I wanted to bring it up again. I'm actually going to pull this up to show everybody again, is the fact that it's getting an NC-17 MPAA rating, but it's going to it says right here, only on Netflix. And that's an interesting thing to think about when normally these movies that go streaming only, they just get, TVMA ratings.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about, and obviously an NC-17 movie would make no money in the box office. Most theaters won't even carry them, honestly, outside of like independent theaters. So I'm curious about if maybe some rules have changed or something, or maybe this debuted at a festival or something like that, which is entirely possible because it seems like it's a very independently done movie.
Or we might get into some really graphic things that happened to her.
Well, because it on the thing, it literally just says for sexual content. So, and aside from just like, I mean, she posed for Playboy and she posed nude. I mean, she was a sex symbol for a reason. But some of the darker things that who knows what we're going to see.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was given an NC-17 rating and they're still releasing it as is, they didn't go back and redo anything, which means that whatever we're gonna get is probably like there for a reason. I would think. It's not something just for like to up the edginess of it. It's probably like, no, this is the only way we can tell this story. And September 28th is not that far away. It's only 8 weeks. So we'll see. But let us know what you guys think down in the comments. Like, after seeing this trailer, how are you sitting with Blonde? Is it now something that's on your radar? Are you looking forward to, or were you always feeling it? Let us know what you think down in the comments or on Twitter. All our Twitter stuff is in the description of this video, which you can like and then subscribe to our channel and check out just everything else we have. Our San Diego Comic-Con stuff, my Stranger Things watch-alongs, our new Harley Quinn watch-alongs that are starting this week. I'm so excited. But all that stuff, and we'll see you guys again next time here on Off the Wall. Bye.